everyone. Kyle from Off-Road Consulting, and I have a nail in my tire. So it's on my trailer tire. I need this for tomorrow, but it's a thick tire, but it only has this little nail hole in it. So I hate to make the thing so much larger by putting a tire plug in. So I decided to try the new system with the little tiny screws, where it's a tire plug that's made out of a screw. So we're going to give this a try and see what happens. There we go. So there's the culprit. So this is the screw tire plug setup. So I want to find the same hole that it came out of, and I just want to thread this right back in. Now I'm using the really cheap screwdrivers that came with the kit just to see if they would actually work. Not overly impressed by the quality of this screwdriver, but it did the job. The screw went in. I might want to use a little impact or something to get a little better penetration out of it, but it is going in. Okay, it's in. Now we're going to get the power tank out, air it up, and see what happens. I'm using my power tank setup. Now the Jeep is on the trailer for this repair. It's nice having the power tank right here. Jeep doesn't need to be running to get this aired up. And that's how quick it went from 0 PSI to 55 PSI. Pretty quick. Now I usually like to keep my trailer tires around 60. Okay, so I let it sit for a few minutes. Now, what I want to check, I don't have any soapy water, but WD-40 works also. So you can see where it is still leaking. You see the bubbles coming out, so it is still leaking. And I can also tell by the numbers on the gauge going down. I was at 65, now I'm at 63.9. So now it's going to be try to keep fighting with it till I get it to go in. I think I'm just going to go get the impact and send it home. And it's hard with the shadow, but I don't see any bubbles. So sending it down that extra little bit. Can't see it in there anymore. Oh, I do see a few very small bubbles popping up. Okay. All right, so we are at 63.6, 63.6, 63.7. So I see very tiny bubbles. So if it's leaking, it is so minuscule. But what I was going to do is try driving on it, see if it pushes it down in there a little bit and kind of seals up that last little bit. You can see now it was bouncing between 63.6 and 63.7. But the bubbles stop now. The kit comes with 2 little screwdrivers, a bag full of the bigger screws, a bag full of smaller screws, and seems to hold. I'm going to trailer this over just to see how well this held up. So you'll get to see what happens next. So after the morning tow test, 20 minutes over to AOAA, Everything seems to be holding just fine. Don't mind the greasy mess that is my tire. And right here is actually where it is. And everything's wore flat. It's actually down into the tire. It's past the tread. So it's holding well. No leaks. I checked the air pressure. Everything's solid on it. So success so far. I'll keep an eye on it.